have specific keywords for books where if they are mentioned in a description, I know I will like the book, so I usually add it to my TBR. Like my brain will leap to those keywords and it indicates to me that it could be something I'd be interested in reading. I got this idea just now because I was scrolling through Fable, which is my current favorite social media app, because it will put people on your feed in books that they're reading based off of whether or not their taste matches with your taste, based off of the read books and the TBR that you put into the algorithm. And so whenever there's a book that I'm interested in, I'll click on it and then I'll look at the description. I try to read the full description, but my brain will jump to certain keywords and indicate to me that it's something that I personally would like, especially very specific keywords. So I have some examples here. If a book is described as a weird atmospheric dreamscape, then I'll probably like it. If a book is described as having mystical, mischievous, folkloric fairies, I'll probably like it. If a book is described as folkloric horror, I'll probably like it. Or if I see the words Appalachian horror, that's usually something I like too. The words slow burn thriller, I love that. Fable-like whimsical fantasy, I usually like stuff like that. Medieval horror, this is usually something I will add to my TBR every time. Religious horror, especially the kind that takes place in like a closed convent or like church of sorts, like a enclosed space that's religious and it's a horror, I usually like that. Something described as a dark fantasy, particularly if they mention it's atmospheric and cold. I really like that. Grim dark fantasy or fantasy horror. I usually really like that. The last one, for the longest time, it was enemies to lovers for me. But as you can imagine, this has since evolved because enemies to lovers is not real enemies to lovers anymore. But if something is described as enemies to lovers and I go to the reviews and all the reviews say, this is real enemies to lovers, the beef is two-sided and it's super serious, then I will pick up that book. But so Enemies to Lovers is still on this list for me, but like with a caveat, like with an asterisk. I also have the inverse, which is keywords that I see that I know that I won't like the book. Maybe this is a bit reductive, and not in a reductive way. I still will read the description and decide from there if I want to pick it up, but this just gives me like a good starting point for if I'm like adding a bulk of books to my TBR digitally.